Welcome back to this Lumen5 tutorial. For this video, we are going to focus on how to edit all of our slides on this right-hand side. We're going to make sure that all of these appear as we want them to appear. And we'll start out with the cover slide. So Lumen5 gave us a pretty standard slide with the title. Let's say I really want to include a picture on this slide though. I'm going to go here and click Swap Design. It will give you this option as long as you're hovered over the slide. And I have plenty of options to choose from, some without any photos and others with photos. Some photos are the entire slide. I personally like this one with a photo taking up most of the slide, but not all of it. So I'm going to add this right here. And it's looking pretty good. I think I want this text to be a little bit larger though. So I'm going to click right on that text box, hover over text size, and click large. This looks much easier to read for me, and I prefer it to look this way. And it doesn't look like Lumen5 added any of the photos from my blog post, unfortunately, but that's okay. They put in stock images that they thought worked well based on that smart AI system. But because I worked so hard in picking these photos for my blog post, I want to add them in. So in order to do so, I'm going to go over here on the left-hand side and click Media. And Lumen5 provides a bunch of stock images and videos, GIFs as well in this library, but I want to upload my own since I have them already. I'm going to click Upload, Upload Media, and I have a bunch of photos on my computer already. I'm just going to drag those options in to that box. And Lumen5 is now adding all of them. I'm going to include a tag here, so Google Photos, and click that plus sign, add. This will help me stay organized. It just offers all of the photos that I have in my library a little almost way to keep track of them, especially as I add more photos in. This tag is really helpful for me to remember which video I used it for. So once I'm all set here, I'm going to click upload, and Lumen5 will slowly upload all of those images. And for this first slide, I like this image of a person taking a photo with their phone. I'm going to just drag it and drop it right into the frame. And Lumen5 did a great job in filling it in, adding that new photo. Let's say though that I wanted to zoom in more on that camera. This photo, let's say, just isn't exactly where I want it to be. In order to move it around, I can click here, More Options, Crop, and now I have some more control over this photo. I can move it to the left or right. And as I mentioned, I want to zoom in on this person's hand a little bit more. So that's the perfect zoom. And I'm going to click Apply. And that looks good to me. It filled it right in. And I'm going to now say the first slide is good and move on to my other ones. So for this next slide, I may decide to swap the design again. I think it's actually fine, but I don't like the line breaks, so I'm going to write these 5 reasons all on one line and just erase this other text on the other line. It's as simple as clicking into that text box and editing it. I'm also going to highlight, though, these 5 reasons. I want that text to look a little bit different, so I highlight right there and I click the highlight button, and Lumen5 changed the color of that font. It just gives a little bit more contrast so you're able to emphasize certain parts of your story. I'm going to, again, bump up the font size here so I can read it a little bit better. And again, if you wanted to change the font or change the color of the font, you have all of that control right here. For me, I want to see what other options I have as well for this slide. And one of my favorite things to do is to shuffle colors. And Lumen5 will go through that palette that you selected and give you a few different options. And you can keep the one that you like the most. For even more kind of different formatting, you can click More Options here. And Lumen5 gives you a few more things to play around with, like brightness of the slide, background music. You can edit that as you please. And now I'm going to go through the rest of the slides, every single one of them, and just make sure that they look good and that they're ready to go. I'll catch you in the next video.